everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to the last video of Freshers Fortnight. Now, this video I had planned to go up on Friday, but due to various reasons, it's now Sunday. Those reasons include corrupted files, broken laptop, too many nights out, too many hungover days. But we're here, we're filming it, welcome. So as this is the last video of Freshers Fortnight, I thought it would be good to do a little Q&A. I asked for questions over on Instagram a few days ago. I have screenshotted them and I haven't actually read them all. So I'm just going to go through randomly. I'm going to try not to speak for Scotland because I always end up doing Q&As and they are like the longest videos about. So I'm going to try and be concise. I'm going to try to answer all these questions and yeah, let's go for it. Also, yes, I still sound a little bit questionable. The tonsils are still a bit big and it hasn't helped with me going out. So it's my last Freshers. I wasn't not going to go out because I had a sore throat. Sorry about it. Okay, so the first question I've got here is how to deal with the worry that you've chosen the wrong course. Love it, but still a worry. Now the first thing I'm going to say is going to sound really stupid, but don't worry about it right now. And I know that that means absolutely nothing, and if someone tells you not to worry, it's probably just going to make you worry more. But these worries are something that everybody has. I think the best thing to think is that there is a reason that you chose that course in the first place. You've not just gone into it blindly and opened a prospectus and randomly pointed at a course. You've chosen that course because it's either something that you enjoy doing, you're good at the subject already, it's something that you can see yourself doing in the future. So trust your own judgment for just now. Ride out the first few weeks, go to uni with an open mind, and also please remember that you're not stuck there. If you end up going and you realise that the course isn't for you, there is no danger in backing out of it. The next question is, what would you change about your first year experience if you could? And I honestly don't know. First year feels like so long ago. I was actually talking to my flatmate about this the other day though, and I was talking about how when I came to university in first year I was still 17. So for the first semester of my first year I couldn't go out and I couldn't get involved in the kind of night out culture like associated with university. And for so long I was pretty gutted about that. Like when it was happening, all I wanted to do was go out with my friends. But now looking back on it, I had a great time. Like I am so happy that I didn't go out all the time in first semester. Like obviously it would have been fun to go out with friends and get involved in different stuff, but I actually really enjoyed my first semester of university, and I feel that in not going out and not having that choice, I was then able to focus on other stuff. I feel like I had so many more productive days because I wasn't going out. I was able to use the time that my other flatmates were using going out and being hungover the next day to actually do productive things, and I feel like because of that I was able to get a lot more done. But as for something that I would change about first year, I'd probably say I wouldn't have put as much pressure on myself. I'm someone that always wants to do well. I want to succeed. I have that drive within me to do well, and that has been the same way all throughout school. Like even since I started primary school, I've wanted to impress people and I've wanted to make people proud. But in all honesty, first year isn't worth the stress. And it's obviously really easy for me to say that now looking back, because when you're in it, it's a lot different. But first and second year at university don't count for anything. Literally all you need to do is pass it so you can get to the next level. And I feel like I put a lot of time and effort into my studies, which I don't regret because I got a lot out of it. But I wouldn't have put as much pressure on myself to get a good mark in anything. Next question is, why does Aberdeen ask for relatively low grades? How are the professors? Honestly, I don't know. This isn't a question I can answer. I know that the grades have been changing recently. Like the entry grades for my course have gone up quite a bit since I joined, but other than that, like I have no idea why. I suppose Aberdeen isn't one of like the most prestigious universities in the UK. However, we were voted Scottish University of the Year this year, so I feel like that's definitely made a difference and a lot more people are showing interest. But yeah, I don't know why the grades are the way they are. That's not a question I can answer. But how are the professors? I would say the people I've encountered have been great. Obviously there's a few people that are a little bit less desirable than others and a few people are a lot less approachable, but generally speaking, and for my course, the tutors and the lecturers that I have encountered have been lovely. The next question is, what access does your student ID give you? Basically, this gives you access to the university buildings. It gets you in and out of the library. I know at the uni cafes you get like cheaper coffees and stuff if you have your student card. Other than that, I'm pretty sure that you can use your student card to get like student bus passes and stuff, but I've never done that just because I've always walked everywhere, and it also gets you discounts in certain shops like Topshop. The next question is tips on making friends at uni when not moving into accommodation. And obviously this isn't something that I can say from personal experience because I moved out for uni from first year, but I know a few of my friends were in this situation, and I would say make the most of the time that you have on campus. So say for example you have a lecture from like 9 till 10 and you don't have another one till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Make the most of that time that you're still going to be on campus. Ask people if they want to go for coffees, if they want to go and grab lunch. Because if you're commuting to and from uni from home, chances are that you're not going to be like nipping home in between lectures and stuff, so you're going to be on campus anyway. Also, definitely make the most of societies and sports clubs because you will meet a lot of really like-minded people there. The next question is how to deal if I could not read. Oh my lord, my brain could not decipher what that said. How to deal if your new friends or flatmates only want to chill in their rooms and not explore the city. Now, this can be quite difficult, especially during Freshers Week, if people have been going out, if they are feeling a bit worse for wear the next morning. But at the end of the day, you can't make people do something that they don't want to do, and after you've suggested it and put that idea out there, if they don't want to do it, nothing that you say is going to change their mind. Something that I would say is, if this is the case, try and do stuff inside the flat. If they are really hungover and they don't want to come out of their room, you go and join them and watch a movie. It's all about like making little stepping stones and making each other seem more approachable, and I can almost guarantee that after Freshers Week, when people aren't drunk or hungover 24/7, they will be a lot more likely to do fun stuff out and about. Something that I would like to mention as well is some people are really insular. They want to stay indoors. They're not the kind of outdoorsy types. They'd rather do stuff in their flat than out in the public, and that is okay as well. Bear in mind that for some people, going out into public can be quite an anxious thing. And if you're the person that likes to go out and do different things, maybe you need to find another friend that likes that too. You can have your shopping and dinner friend and your hill walking friend and your watch a movie in your flat friend, and that's okay. Next question is advice for starting primary education course, and as I mentioned before, don't get too invested in it. I know the course has changed slightly since I was in first year, but I can honestly say that the stuff that we learned in first year, none of it matters now. Obviously, go to lectures, go to tutorials, get involved, because that is going to help you learn and help you get to where you need to be. But don't put so much pressure on yourself to the point that you don't want to go out because you've got like this chapter of a book to read. Also, another tip a little bit more practically, don't feel as though you need to buy all the books that they're telling you to buy. Chances are it'll either be online or in the library, and if it's not, someone else in the course is going to have it. In first year, I bought 5 books. I use one of them still, possibly 2 occasionally. The other 3 I've not opened since first year, and I only opened it for 1 chapter, so play it by ear. Don't go and buy all the books now. Wait to see what the demand for it is, and then if it turns out that you really do need the book, you can always go and buy it then. Next question, what is the thing you love most about uni and what is the thing you struggled with most? Things that I loved most were the people I've met, the friends I've made. Honestly, at this moment in time, I have about 3 friends from home. The rest of my friends are all from uni. I feel like at school, you really just become friends with people because you see them every day, whereas when you come to uni, you definitely meet like your people, and I am so thankful for that. I also feel that moving out for uni has taught me so much. Like, I am a very different person now to the person that I was when I first came to uni. Living independently, although sometimes is a struggle, has been great. And I honestly can't imagine like living back at home now. Like, I've just got into my own routine. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, I know what I like to do. So yeah, definitely independent living and the people I've met has been my favourite. And as for the thing that I struggled with most, I'd say probably stress and pressure. As I've alerted to a few times in this video, I really put a lot of pressure on myself to do well, and that has been quite difficult. Obviously at school, when you have a lot on your plate with like exams or like deadlines and stuff, you can then come home and your parents will make you dinner. You can hang out with family. You're not really the one that's responsible for keeping yourself alive. But at university you are. So not only do you have that stress and pressure to do well in your course and to do well at uni, but you also then need to come home and make your own dinner, do your washing, tidy your room, clean up after yourself, and that can be quite difficult. Also, that combined with the pressures that this is university, this is going to be the best 4 years of your life, you've got to make the most of it, that can be quite difficult. It's something that everyone handles in a different way and everyone learns to deal with it in different ways, but yeah. The next question is study techniques or how to take notes in a lecture. Now, I'm thinking of doing a video kind of more dedicated to this, but what I would say, one tip, my little golden rule, don't write down what is already written on the slides. I wasted so much time, so much energy, so much paper writing down notes in like first and second year that was literally written on the slide. Now obviously it might vary between universities and between courses, but for our course the PowerPoint gets uploaded onto my Aberdeen after it has happened. So you're always going to be able to go back and download the PowerPoint and see what it was all about, and there's no point in writing down the same sentence in your notes as what's been said on the PowerPoint. I'd say the best way to make the most of your time while you are in a lecture is to listen to what the tutor is saying, and if they say something that isn't on the slide, that's what you should write down. But yeah, if you guys have any more questions in relation to like taking lecture notes and like study techniques and stuff, leave them down below and I will like formulate a video around them. Similarly, the next question I have here is basically just placement tips. And again, I'm planning a whole series of videos about placement because I know now a lot of you watching this video do study primary education and you will be doing your placement soon. I have a full little placement mini series that I'm trying to bring together at the moment, so that should be coming soon. One thing that I do need to ask you though is, when do you go on placement? If you're studying primary ed, let me know down below what like year you're in and when you start placement, because then I'll be able to know like when the videos will be useful for you. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Next question is, what was your second subject choice at uni? Now this differs a lot. We didn't have to do this. So when I was in first and second year, primary education was split down into 2 sub-courses and they were each like 15 credits, and for each semester you had to have 60 credits. So we had 30 credits worth of primary ed courses and we then had to choose 2 other 15 credit courses. But this was in no way like a joint honours or anything. My degree was primary education and I just had to choose 2 electives to make up the 60 credits. So in first year I did my 2 primary education courses, business management and Mandarin in first semester. In second semester I did my 2 primary education courses, psychology and philosophy. And then in second year I did my 2 primary education courses, anthropology and sociology, for both semesters. But then as soon as we got to third year, we just do straight education. We don't have to choose any other subjects. And that is the same for this year as well. I honestly think that the way that universities organise their subject choices is so confusing, and it differs so much between every different course that it's so difficult to try and explain to someone, but I hope that made some sort of sense. Blech. The next question that I have here is Phoebe ever sober? And not too sure. Not too sure about that one, Kitty. Next question is, how do I convince my dad that halls are safer than living with my auntie 30 minutes away? Now, it sounds like you've got yourself a little bit of a challenge here. I know that a lot of people are actually very sceptical of living in halls. Like, a lot of people are petrified at the thought of themselves living there, and especially families can sometimes be a bit wary. But at the end of the day, halls is specifically designed for students. A whole new bunch of students live there every single year. They know what works, they know what doesn't work, and a lot of places will have like 24-hour receptions, a lot of high security, and in terms of like locking the doors, university halls are one of the safest places that you can live. When I stayed in halls, you had to go through 3 locked doors to get to my bedroom, and I don't know any other place that you could live that's like that. I suppose in your case it's just a really personal thing, and there's obviously reasons that your dad's a bit sceptical, so just talk to him about it. But yeah, bear in mind that student accommodation providers, they want nothing more than for students to come in at the start of the year and leave alive, and they will do everything that they can to make sure that that happens. The security is great, the service is there to make it as easy as possible for you to live independently, and it is just a really good stepping stone between living with your family and living independently. And the final question is, Glasgow versus Aberdeen. Now, for those of you that are unaware, before I moved to Aberdeen for university, I lived literally in the central belt of Scotland. I went to school in Hamilton, and so a lot of my time growing up was spent in Glasgow. It was like my nearest city. It's where I spent a lot of my time growing up. It's where I'd go with my friends if we were wanting to go out for the day or the evening or whatever. But in saying that, I honestly don't know if I could compare them, because the experience I've had living near Glasgow is extremely different to the experience I've had living in Aberdeen. In Glasgow I was technically a child, whereas in Aberdeen I'm technically an adult, so the things I was able to do and the experiences that I've been able to have been extremely different. Obviously Glasgow is a lot bigger than Aberdeen, the cities are entirely different, but I've not really experienced them both in a way that I'd be able to compare them that much. If you're looking at it from a night out point of view, I've only been out in a few clubs in Glasgow and I'd say that I definitely prefer Aberdeen's nightlife. But obviously I'm not a student in Glasgow, so I don't know all of the little ins and outs that I know about living in Aberdeen. I suppose it is just a completely personal thing, and you never really know until you're put in that situation. I would love to go and live in Glasgow, actually in the city centre, in the same way that I live in Aberdeen. I've never been able just to walk out for a coffee or to nip out to the shops in Glasgow. It's always been a train journey or a car journey away. And that really makes the experience very different. And with that very vague, unconcise answer comes the end of this Q&A. I hope that you guys enjoyed. Wow, okay, the sun just disappeared. If you guys did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. I hope that you've enjoyed this little series. I hope I put some nerves at ease a little bit. But I have to say, 2 weeks of videos has been very stressful, very time consuming, so we are going to be going back to the once a week uploads. Obviously I am now going into my 4th year at uni and university needs to come first. But I have so many videos up my sleeve that I can't wait to film, so if you do enjoy my videos and you're not already subscribed, please do. Also, if you want to keep up with me on a more kind of day-to-day basis, my social media links are down below in the description. I use Instagram pretty much all the time, so definitely follow me on Instagram. And if you don't see my face here, you're gonna see it over there. Okay, I am away now because uni starts really soon and I've got a lot to do. Right, see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.